Welcome to the Ocean Community 50 Under 50 series, presented by the Ocean Community Chamber of Commerce. The road to success starts at Valenti Family of Auto Dealerships, and visibility along the journey increases greatly with the help of 321 Media. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Ocean Community Chamber of Commerce's 50 Under 50, powered by Valenti Family of Dealerships and 321 Media. My name is Ben Barber from 321, and I am very excited because my guest today on 50 Under 50, sitting across the table from me right now, is one of the owners of the Timark Restaurant Group, Mark Lacz. Mark, how are you?
Excellent. Excellent, Ben. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for being here, man. I really appreciate it. Now, generally speaking, this is the point in the show where I would read your bio at you.
Okay.
And that's usually the awkward part of the show.
Yeah.
I seem that has been misplaced.
All right. Well, maybe for a reason,
Maybe
skip
for a
the
reason.
awkwardness.
So I'm going to assume all of the great things that you've done that you were nominated for, because I know a lot of them. And I'm sure I'm going to get a text with some of the information before the end of this. But you are, we were just talking about you being a Little League coach as well.
Yeah.
So the Casa de la Luce state,
AAA,
the champs,
champs.
Not state champs, but
we were the runners up
champs.
last year. We had an undefeated season last year. I was an assistant coach. We lost in the championship. Heartbreaker. This year we finished second, and we were able to win the championship. That was pretty exciting.
Do you think it's sweeter when you lose and then win?
Yeah, you know what? We lost for the second time to the first place team. We were up by 3 runs, and they came back in the last inning. Little discrepancy with the ump. The ump called the game because of the 2-hour limit. They want to play an extra inning. I changed the lineup up a little bit, and we ended up blowing the lead and lost the game. The kids were crying. They were devastated. And I knew we were going to see them in the championship.
Yeah.
So I told them, I said, listen, hang on to this feeling. You're going to want that in the championship. And they did. They battled. We were up 8-3. The other team came back to tie it up 8-8 in the 5th inning. We were in extra innings, and then got a walk-off home run. It was pretty awesome. That's
awesome.
Yeah.
That is awesome. And then to celebrate, you guys did a little something different this year.
Yeah, we took them to the Ocean State Waves game. It was pretty cool. Eric, the owner, and I go way back, and we were able to set up shop in right field. They were nice enough to pair our kids up with some of their players, so they got to throw with them before the game. They did some warm-ups. They brought them on the field for the national anthem when the kids got to throw the first pitch. There was home runs. There was foul balls we were chasing after. There was burgers and dogs. Brought some scallops down for the grill.
Nice.
We had a good time.
I love the Ocean State Waves.
Yeah.
I actually wrote the lyrics. So I co-wrote the jingle for the Ocean State Waves.
Oh, no kidding.
Years ago.
Wow.
10 years ago, probably at this point, maybe more.
Yeah. Can you sing it for us? Just get it.
No, I don't. I'll look it up to see if I even have the lyrics for it.
All right.
But
I also coached my son's soccer team this year with Angelezzi, and this was the second year. So 4 seasons, spring and fall, undefeated. These kids. They played in the U10 Superliga, the highest division, and it was awesome. These kids are they're something special, and if they stay together through high school, they're going places.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
I love that so much. It was 2014, so it was 11 years ago.
Okay.
And I'm looking to see if I have it, because I'm not the singer. So I don't.
We're trying to bring the awkward back.
I know. It's nothing. Anyway, we'll get it. We'll get it at some point. I'll ask Mike Chicoria or Dave DeAngelis if they have it.
There you go.
So Timark Restaurant Group.
Mm-hmm.
How? First of all, I feel like it's ever evolving, and I continuously get the restaurants wrong because there's so many of them now.
Nah.
But let me see what I can do here.
Okay.
Casa de la Luce.
Yep.
Which is your baby.
Mm-hmm.
Vittoria.
15-year anniversary this year.
That's right.
Yeah, this month. Yeah.
Oh man, 15 years of that.
Mhm.
And then you guys added Vitranos and Vittorias,
Yep.
which are fantastic staples in the community. The Breachway Grill
Yep.
in Charlestown. Obviously, Time Heart Catering.
Mhm.
You have the pizza at the Vitranos Woodfire Pizza
At Gray Sale, yep.
at Gray Sale, and also there's a truck,
There's
right?
a truck, yep. So we had that up at Gooseneck Vineyards on the weekends.
Okay, and then you have the Fisherman.
That's right. Yep.
At Long Point.
Mhm.
Paul's Pasta.
Paul's Pasta, yep.
Am I missing any?
No, you got them all. Okay, great.
Yes!
You're hired. With no notes either. No bio. It's great.
No notes. I'm looking at my email from 2014 right now on this. So
yeah,
awesome.
Thank you. No, it's been an interesting journey. We haven't taken the traditional route. Not that there's really any, kind of right or wrong way to do it, but we've just always kind of had our our eyes and ears open for opportunities. And we're a big pro employee company, and we're all about growth. Last time I was on here, I mentioned how one of the terms we use is high tides raise all boats, and the bigger we get, the more we're able to share with our team, and via promotions, opportunities, personal growth, things like that. So it's been a pretty cool ride.
What made you want to get into the restaurant business?
That's a great question. I was inspired by a guy that I used to work for named Vinny. Vinny was from Long Island. He owned Iliano's in Middletown. I was playing sports in high school when I first started working there at the age of 16. And I almost got fired the first couple of weeks. I was back in handwriting tickets, and the I was cursive, and it looked like a G, and I was like calling it Giuliano's, and I was messing up. I didn't get trained properly. They just kind of threw me in there.
Sure.
And then he pulled me aside. He's like, "Listen, Mark, you gotta stop making mistakes, or you're not gonna be able to work here anymore." I was like, "Oh man, it was like the first time I ever got reprimanded like that." So I buckled down, and it was neat. Like customers coming in, enjoying the food. We these little snacks, and the cops came in and knew my name, and it got to the point, Ben, where like I actually kind of enjoyed going to work more than I enjoyed playing sports. Honest to God, I gave up baseball my junior year, and then just worked all summer long. When I went to college, I'd come back and work there. So it was a cool environment. It was busy. I didn't have to wake up early. I was able to work 12-hour days if I wanted to. So you can get some extra hours in, and then maybe have another day off or two. There's a lot of positives. So I would say Vinny inspired me to get into the restaurant business.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah. And then, so was Casa your first restaurant?
Yeah, so Casa was my first. I was 25 when I opened up that restaurant. After college, I moved back home. I saved up every dollar I made with the intention of opening up a restaurant. At the time, I was working at David Burke's Steakhouse in Foxwoods. I found a place to rent in South Kingstown, Rhode Island, out of all places. I was out here by myself, and I was writing a business plan, and I was trying to figure out like cost, equipment, stuff like that. So I happened to stumble upon a restaurant that was selling, a decent amount of equipment in Westerly on Craigslist there, and ended up popping in and talking to the owner. It was the Burger Barn in the Mill Pond Plaza, and he told me that they were getting ready to close up shop. So after that, I called the landlord, and before you know it, we were signing a lease and opened up in 2010.
Now, I remember it felt like immediately just beloved. Like I remember in 2010, Casa opening up, going, and also hearing all of my friends talking about going, and hearing students at the school, because I was directing at the high school at the time for theater, and talking about all of the kids going to Casa. Like it seemed like it was an immediate hit.
Thank you. Yeah.
I don't know if that felt like that for you, man, but from the outside perspective, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate that. I mean, I knew being an outsider that it was important to, do a lot for the community. And I feel like we really do in a lot of different ways. And, one of the reasons why I'm here. But, the community definitely embraced us. They loved that it was a new restaurant. The opening team, my brother and I, Kyle, the chef, it was a fun environment, and we worked our asses off. Excuse
Yeah.
me, might have to be
You're
belling out.
You're
But
fine.
we worked so hard, especially that first summer. I mean, everything that could go wrong went wrong. We'll save that for another episode. That'd be fun to talk about. But it was a grind, and it took a couple of years to really kind of figure out how things worked. I mean, I went to business school. I worked in restaurants for years leading up to it, almost 10 years leading up to it. I felt prepared. My brother Mike was there for support. I had a partner at the time, Kyle, who was a chef, who was very good. And it feels like we had all the right pieces, but it was not easy. It was not easy, but we were able to make it work. In 2010, we were coming out of that recession, and around here, things were very different than they are today.
Yes.
And we had to really, really, really work for that business, and we were fortunate that the town embraced us. And it's been nothing but positive things after that.
When did Tyler come in?
So Tyler is my best friend since high school. We went to similar paths. I went to UConn Business School. He went to Babson Business School. After college, I went back to work at Iliano's. He went to New York selling something. He wanted to get his Series 7 and get into all that, but found his way back to Connecticut. He was a bartender one summer at the Madison Beach Hotel, became the food and beverage director. And, he was working 100 hours a week. I wasn't working 100 hours a week at that time. Maybe like 80, but still. I was like, dude, what are you doing? And they're paying you a salary. They're taking advantage of you. So after some time, I convinced him to come over to the dark side. At that point, my brother Mike and I had a pizzeria in Narragansett. And we needed another guy. So that kind of opened the door for Tyler. And then soon after that, we sold the pizzeria and we acquired Vetrano's and Vittoria's. And that was really kind of the beginning of the Timemark Restaurant Group. And then we each had a location to run, and things were going well, and we were, looking for the next opportunity. Yeah,
that's awesome. That's and sort of the rest is history, right?
Yeah.
Which is an ever evolving thing.
Yeah. So it's worth noting. I mean, Tyler was a big part of the growth of the Timemark Restaurant Group. My brother Mike also. Yeah. We've got a unique group of people. Tyler's sister actually works with us. Russ, Cassidy, Marco, Alexa at Paul's, Zach at the Fisherman. I mean, we're all a tight-knit group. We hang out outside of work. It's a fun place to be.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That's really nice. I try to never see any of the people that I work with outside of work.
Yeah. No. Oh, see you here by yourself.
No, that's the. Yeah.
I'm
just always here by myself.
Yeah.
And then also I don't see them elsewhere. I'm gonna go home.
Yeah.
No. I'm kidding. I love all of the staff at 321. But you have a love of fishing.
I do, yeah.
That we talked about last time you were here with me. Obviously, that wasn't your 50 under 50 interview, but actually, it was supposed to be your 50 under 50 interview. But where did the love of fishing come from?
My dad got us into it at a young age. Cub Scouts was a big part of it. I remember in 1992, I was 7 years old. I was at a fishing derby at Deer Lake, and I caught a 17.5-inch rainbow trout. I know this because I have it mounted. So the funny thing is like I was in first place. The first place prize was to get the fish mounted. And then the tournament was over at 12. And then this guy came, and he's got his full waders on, his vest, fly rod, and he's hooking fish left and right. It was like 2:00, and we're waiting for the prizes. And he catches a monster brown trout, and he brings it in and wins first place. The guy's like a full-grown man. Supposed to be a fishing derby for the kids. So, just like all things like that. There's a lot of controversy. So I remember taking the fish home. We threw it in the freezer. And long story short, I didn't win. I was a little upset about it. And my dad went ahead and ended up getting it mounted for me. I still have it in over my workbench.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So I think that was like first big memorable catch. And then from there, it just progressed. From rivers to ponds to lakes. In high school, my buddy had a little 20-footer we take out way too far. We used to bring extra gas and head down to the 500 line for shark and tuna. And that's evolved some more, but it's a lot of fun.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I used to go out way too far.
Oh yeah.
You're not the first person to to tell like dangerous boat stories.
Oh, we've got a few of them
on this. Do you still love getting out on the water as much as
Oh,
possible?
absolutely. Yep. The kids are into it. The dog. My wife's coming around on it. She likes the leisurely boat cruises. She doesn't like to go fast or go too far.
Yeah,
she's come around.
I'm with her. I'm like I like pontoon boats.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like even being out in the ocean. I like lakes and ponds.
Relaxing. Hey,
it's
relaxing, right,
relaxing.
though,
yeah, you know? It's relaxing, but it's not as.
I like waking up at 3:00 in the morning and load the gear up to the teeth and heading out. 50, 80 miles and fishing all day. Coming back when the sun's down, the boat's full.
It sounds really nice. It sounds like.
What's cool about it is, as of lately, I was able to, kind of navigate the whole regulations between commercial fishing, dealers, and that whole seafood game there. So right now, we are able to fish commercially for some local fish. I'm able to purchase it through the restaurants and serve it to our customers. So there's a lot of times when you see specials that came off of the boat, and there's a good chance that they were caught that day, which not many people are doing around here.
No, very few, very few.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things that makes you so special, and yeah, I love it. Do you have plans for more restaurants?
We do. We actually, Tyler and I purchased a building in Groton, the old Pizza Hut. We're starting to renovate it. It's a little bit of a process. We've got some hurdles to get over first, but we're hoping to open later this year. It's going to be a new restaurant, a new concept, similar to what we're doing. I don't want to let out too many surprises, but
no, you'll come back and talk about it.
Absolutely, yeah.
When it happens.
Yeah.
So I'm very excited about that.
Thank you.
I loved you were in the parade. You guys
Columbus Day.
Yeah. But you were just throwing out
garlic knots.
We were everybody else threw out candy, lollipops, stuff like that, and you were just like, here we got garlic knots.
Yep.
And it was the hit of the parade. I mean, we had some of our people like down the street reporting on other things while we were where we were on Grove for that, and somebody came running down and were like, hey, the Vetrano's truck's got garlic nuts. We're like, what is happening? Yeah. What makes you like that? The trunk or treat over at Casa that you do every year, dressing up as the Grinch. Like what makes you want to go above and beyond with these things?
I don't know. I guess maybe that's just my personality. For the trunk or treat, I got to give a lot of credit to Cassidy and Jenny at Casa. They really started it and built it up. I mean, I think last year we had something like 600 people there. It was wall to wall, shoulder to shoulder over there. The garlic knot thing was, how do we kind of stand out a little bit? Our garlic knots are delicious. We've got this cool wax paper that's got the logos on there. I said, what if we make a few hundred of them and just pass them out, like you said, and everyone's handing out candy. It's another way to kind of stand out. And yeah, it was a big hit. And then the one, I think it was there a Labor Day parade? No, Columbus Day parade.
Yeah.
Came through downtown, and we were like, all right, well, we got to bring back the garlic knots. So we had the van and the truck, but we didn't realize that parade doesn't really stop. You know what I mean? It's just continuous. So we had the kids, we had the wives. Tyler was driving the pizza truck. I was in the van, and the parade's taking off, and there's like a huge space between. We had to go. At one point, my wife jumps in. She's like, "Where are the kids?" I was like, "I don't know. They're somewhere back there." They're running back, trying to catch up with the trucks. It was a lot of fun. And it was dark out. Thousands of people.
Oh man!
But we tried.
Was it the light parade?
Yeah, that's what it was.
The light parade. The light parade doesn't stop.
No.
Yeah, that's just a constant.
Think of something else.
Yeah, I was like, it was dark out. That can only be one thing. Well, that's awesome. What do you like to do for fun?
I like to get outside. I mean, the kids keep me busy. I love, go for bike rides with them. It seems like every night of the week there's something going on. If it's gymnastics, dance, baseball, soccer, basketball.
How many kids?
3 kids.
All right.
We were like, oh, what are you doing this weekend? We have 6 birthdays to go to this weekend.
Oh my
in
God.
2 days. So we had kids' birthday parties all weekend. So
No, thank you.
yeah. And then my partner Tyler, he's been pulling me into golf a little more in the last
Okay.
couple of years. So
Where do you like to golf?
I mean, anywhere. It's fun. I just like being outside, you know.
Yeah.
But
That's awesome.
yeah.
We got my business partner Patrick. Have you ever met Patrick?
No.
He
What's the last name?
Wiley.
Wiley.
Yeah.
So.
We're members at Lake of Isles.
Oh, cool.
And he's always looking for people to go golfing with.
That's a fun place to golf.
Yeah.
It's got like a Jurassic Park feel, you know, it's big, there's those bridges, you know.
Yeah. I'm terrible. I'm always like, I will meet you back at the restaurant.
Yeah.
Afterwards.
It's an interesting game. You know, sometimes you
yeah.
feel like a pro, and then other days it's just like you want to throw your clubs in the water.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember I was talking to somebody the other day. I was talking to Bill over at Seaside Pharmacy,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
and he was like, I've been golfing for 50 years. I'm still terrible. But that's the point though, right? Like it's a game where you constantly
Mm-hmm.
you know. How so we talked about the Casa Little League team earlier. Yep. You guys support local initiatives all the time. We talked a little bit off air about feeding the team the Ocean State Waves from Victoria's and other things. How do you you guys are just constantly involved in community events all the time.
Yeah.
Especially with all of the different restaurants and all of the different communities that you're in. I mean, you're in 4 or 5 communities really. With all of the different restaurants, Charlestown, Westerly, Groton.
It's kind of been like our marketing approach looking back on it. I mean, when I remember opening up Casa in that first summer, the Lions Club came to us and asked if we want to participate in like a wine tasting at the yacht club. I was like, yeah, absolutely. So we didn't know what to expect. We're like, oh, the yacht club, you know, it's got to be fancy. So what can we do that's fancy? I remember we made these crab and avocado mousse parfaits. We hollowed out little cucumbers, garnish them with some microgreens. We brought them. They were gone in like 20 minutes. All the food was gone in like a half an hour, 45 minutes. And then I was just staying around. And one of the Lions comes over to me like, hey, Mark, we're out of food. It's a little embarrassing. You know, is there anything you could do? It's like, no problem. Called up. I was like, I need 40 pizzas as fast as you can make them. They had them down there in like 20 minutes, honest to God. And we fed everybody. And then, the next couple of weeks, I just kept seeing all the Lions are bringing their family, their friends. They're like, oh, you got to check this place out. I was like, all right, this is a good way to, you got to give a little to get a little, right?
Yeah.
So we've, kind of kept that going.
Love it. I love it. When did you guys get involved with the chamber?
First thing. So, I was new to town. I was, meeting some people. Mike Benavides actually was my accountant at the time. And, he said, hey, one of the first things you got to do is go see Lisa at the chamber. It's a good way to, meet people in the community, get the word out about your restaurant. So I think I joined even before we opened up Casa.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So 20 members since 2010. And it's been a great partnership. I even took off my clothes and posed in a calendar one year.
Oh, yeah.
For the chamber.
You were part of that?
Yeah, the Men of Westerly.
Infamous calendar.
Yep.
That's awesome.
It's been fun,
Yeah, absolutely. Did you go to the annual dinner the other night?
I did not.
No, I didn't. I didn't see you there. I was like, but also I was there at the beginning, and then I'm not like I get anxious around big crowds of things, so I backed out a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, so but the thing I wanted to ask was, you're obviously one of the 50 under 50.
Yep, thank you.
But you were also one of the 40 under 40.
Yep. But yeah, when I was 27 when I got that award.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
And then I also won a 40 under 40 for the Providence Business News Network.
Yeah, PBN.
PBN,
Yep.
Yeah, a few years back.
Nice.
So it's been cool. I mean, it's not why we're here,
no,
but
but
it's
what
nice
are
to be recognized,
Yeah. What did it mean to you to be one of the 50 under 50?
First I was like, I'm getting old. 40
Well,
under
no,
40
no,
is
no.
not a
It's
thing anymore. But
listen. I gotta. Brian Keelty months ago, he was one of our first guests. He's
Yep.
like, he assumed because he got 40 under 40 as well,
yeah,
and he assumed that it was just the decade under it.
okay.
Like how'd you find 50 people under like between 40 and 50?
Mhm.
And it's like, Brian, that's not what it is. It's anywhere up to the age.
Yeah.
So, like you could have 50 under 50, you could still have been 27. There's 27-year-olds who got the 50
I
under
love it.
50.
That's great.
So you're not getting old because you got the 50. You got the 50 over 50.
Yeah.
Which, spoiler alert, coming later this year.
Okay. Got
That
some
would
time
be
for that.
yeah. Now the great thing would be if somebody was 49, and this I've checked, there's nobody that fits into this. If somebody was 49 the first 6 months of the year,
Okay. Yep.
and they got the 50 under 50, and then the second 6 months of the year they had their birthday and were now 50 and
That'd be
got
cool.
the 50 over 50, that would be interesting.
Yeah.
They got both in the same year.
Yeah.
I don't think that would have happened,
No,
but
that's too bad.
anyway.
No, it was cool. I mean, I went through the list of recipients, and it's an awesome list to be a part of. Wide berth of talented people in all different industries. So to be part of that group is pretty awesome, and it's good for business. It definitely brings some more notoriety to what we're doing, and it's a positive thing for everybody. And Chamber celebrating 100 years this year.
Yep.
It's crazy.
It is.
Yeah.
What's your? Well, you've been here for all but 85 of them.
Mm-hmm.
What's your favorite part about living in this neck of the woods, in this area of the world?
Well, Westerly, I think, is a special town. It's got so many unique aspects of it. The downtown, since I first got here in 2010, has been flourishing. The school systems are great. A lot of good teachers. You kind of have like a rural feel to it in a little small town, and then the ocean. I mean, really, that's what brought me originally to Rhode Island, is being close to the water. I mean, our beaches are second to none. Even the big fancy beaches are, the ones that get all the awards down in Florida and stuff, Siesta Key.
Yeah.
It's nice. The sand is nice, but it's nothing like us. We've got the waves. We've got so much fun stuff to do. The fishing's unbelievable. We've got cool places like Fisher's Island, Montauk, Block Island, the Borough, Watch Hill. There's so many cool things to check out. You've got the casinos, places like the Waves. It's just the location, something always going on, and it's a beautiful community with a lot of awesome people.
Could not agree with you more. I'm going to ask you to pick a favorite child, not one of the three, not an actual favorite child, because I know you can't do that.
Yeah.
But like if do you like when you start to get as many restaurants under your belt as you have now,
mm-hmm.
which is a compliment, that's incredible.
Yeah.
Do you find yourself going to one more than the other if you're excuse me, if you're looking for something to eat and you're
mm-hmm.
like, oh, let me step into one of my restaurants, like, is there one that you crave more than the other, or like what do you?
Oh man. Well, first of all, I love all my children.
Yeah, there we go.
But if
your actual children and your restaurant children.
So I guess I'd have to narrow it down to two. First would have to be Casa del Luce. I mean, it's really what
it's your firstborn.
Yeah, cut my teeth there, and
a
lot of great memories. I love the food. I think it's the best pizza in the group. That's my personal opinion. The kids love it too. They love the meatballs. They love the homemade pasta, and it's close to home. The second one, I'd have to say, the Vetrano's, I go there a lot because our office is right there.
Right.
So that's super convenient, and the food is also very good. Vittoria's, it's hard to say, like they're all a little different. It's kind of whatever you're craving. And then, Paul's and the Fisherman, I feel like such a Westerly person saying this, but just so far away, they're like 20 minutes away.
Yeah,
so, those get a little less love, I guess, from me personally, due solely from proximity. But the Breachway is
we went
awesome
to the
because
fisherman. We went to the fisherman like I don't know how long, weeks ago. It was
Yeah.
not far at all.
I know.
It's not far at all. It's amazing.
Breachway
Anyway,
is cool because we acquired the Breachway. We partnered up with Craig in 2018,
Yep.
and the place from where it was to where it is now, we've seen tremendous growth. I mean, not just in customers through the door, but the renovations, the different stages that we've progressed there, from the outside patio, the raw bar. We did a full interior renovation, kitchen renovation. We've got a new dough room. We have the loft upstairs with the deck for private events and a little bar up there. It's just so cool to see how, we were able to grow that place specifically. And the food there is awesome. Chef Danielle's killing it over there. She's doing a great job. And it's not easy. I mean, we've got pizza over there. We've got burgers, steaks, seafood, tons of seafood, raw bar in the summertime. So it's a fun environment,
The Breachway is 3 minutes closer than Paul's Pasta and the Fisherman.
We're from right here?
From right here.
Okay, all right. So that's probably about 5, maybe 7 minutes from my house then.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
So that's all. Yeah, all of the food at all of the restaurants is fantastic. I have now been to all of them since the last time we chatted. So
thank you.
I still have those gift certificates. I keep telling you I have gift certificates to the Breachway from like 2020 that are in my wallet, and I don't want to use them because they have the logo on them. And my girlfriend made the logo for the Breachway. She's Craig's niece. And I'm like, I like having these. I like having them in my wallet, and they've been in my wallet.
In your office.
Yeah, I'll just yes, absolutely.
Funny story, when we opened up the Fisherman in 2020, oh man, that was right in the onslaught of COVID. We literally inked the deal, and a couple weeks later COVID hit. But when we reopened, we had people bringing these gift cards in for a free bowl of soup from like 25 years ago. Honest to God, I was like, I've never seen these before, and you can't say no. I mean, they got the Fisherman on there, and we were new to town, so it was so funny. So you're not the only one holding on to those gift cards.
I'm gonna hold on to them. They're not even mine. They were from my mom.
Yeah,
like years ago, and obviously, she's not around anymore to take them. So I will use them at some point.
Yeah. We'll just validate and give it back to you so you can hang on to it.
Oh, thank you. That would be great. Yeah. I want them.
Sure.
They're like sentimental to me.
Yeah.
They're genuinely sentimental to me. It's weird that I have gift cards to your restaurants that are sentimental to me, but they are. They're literally they literally are. Anyway, so what's next other than the old Pizza Hut that's going to become a new restaurant?
I'm heading up to the Breachway. We got a new dough mixer, so I'm going to go make some dough in a little bit.
There's something new at the Breachway too, right? The upstairs or something.
The loft.
The loft.
Yeah. So the cigar bar was up there for a few years. They vacated, so we were wondering what to do with the space. And the summertime it's crazy. I mean, you've been up there. There's a line out the door. So, we decided to take over that space. We cleaned it up. It's got a big, beautiful deck. So we do overflow. You can go grab a drink, before you get sat. We do some events up there. Last year we did one, getting back to the fishing. I, caught some yellowfin, and we did a kind of a pop-up tuna tacos and tequila night.
Ooh.
It was a big hit. Yeah. We had some fresh margaritas, an assortment of sushi and hand rolls, and tuna tartare, and then tacos.
That's awesome.
Some variation of tacos, stuff like that.
That's great.
Yeah,
I love it.
We do parties up there and stuff. It's a cool spot. Perfect for like groups up to 40, 45 people.
Yeah,
indoors, outdoors. So we do it. Then we have a card league that we host up there. We used to do that inside the restaurant, but it's kind of hard to see guests in dining room, and people are playing cards.
And then catering, Time Art Catering.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
How do you guys are open to all
Well,
events? Or
yeah, so that kind of came together. It was an idea of mine a few years back. We were having a birthday party for my daughter Vienna. It was her first birthday, and I was like, "What are we gonna do for a menu?" I was like, "Well, I kind of want a little of everything." So we had all the restaurants kind of pitch in. We had mini lobster rolls from the Breachway. We had some grandma pizzas from Vittoria's. Meatballs and pasta from Casa. Vetrano's brought some salads, and it was an unbelievable spread. And I was like, man, this is phenomenal. And we had some staff members too. And I was like, you know what? Like, we were doing catering individually at all the restaurants. I said, we can combine forces here and be able to do much more. At the time we were doing some weddings here and there. So that was kind of really where it started. So we got the van. We promoted one of the girls that was working for us that was going to Johnson Wales at the time. And, so we've been taking on a lot more with that.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love it. I mention this every time. The difference between Vetrano's and Vittoria's is like slight, but very noticeable.
Yeah.
What is the actual name of the white grandma pizza?
The Grandma Gorgonzola.
The Grandma Gorgonzola. Okay. Because I feel weird calling it the white grandma.
Yeah. The Gorgonzola.
The Gorgonzola.
Yeah.
It's
so
good.
Savory, a little sweet. Yeah.
I've never gotten a full pizza of it because but the slices. Anytime I go film something at Wireless Zone for them, I'm like, well, I'd have to stop and get slices of pizza at Vittoria's. Because it's great.
You can't pass it up.
No.
That was Marco Rizzo's creation.
Marco's great.
Yeah.
Marco
he was playing
fantastic.
around one day and came up with it, and started putting out for slices and sound like hotcakes. So then I made the menu, and we're still talking about it.
It's great. It's fantastic. Marco, by the way, as soon as I said Marco like that, I expected you to say Polo, and I don't know why. But Marco's sister is 50 under 50 Antonella. So very, very talented family over there.
Yeah.
Mark, thank you so much for being a part of this.
Pleasure, yeah. Thanks for doing this and hosting me.
Absolutely, man. 50 under 50, even without a bio, everyone knows why you are a 50 under 50 award winner.
I couldn't do it without an awesome team there, Ben. We got a lot of great people that work with us, and getting back to a lot of the charity and philanthropy stuff that we do. It's not just me; it's a group of people. So I'm grateful for them.
Love it. Time Mark Restaurant Group, go check out. I mean, just look at a restaurant near you. There's a good chance Mark might own it.
Thank you.
Especially if it's good. So
Appreciate
you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you to Valenti Family of Dealerships, 321 Media, and the Ocean Community Chamber of Commerce. This has been 50 under 50. Bye for now.